Hello everybody, my name is Aceface. Today we're going to be doing some more Guristas Hunt sites. There's a particular reason I want to do them today, and it's because I want to analyze the damage types a bit of the different NPCs to see what kind of resist profile would be optimal to defend against. Because I'm wanting to come up with some good alpha clone fits, because there's a lot of people who always ask me during these events, oh, we need some alpha clone fits, because there's a lot of alpha clone players in the line, a lot actually, a lot more than I initially thought when I started playing this game, and to be able to do that, you obviously need to have like a pretty well thought out fit because the thing is that your alpha clone stuff is generally speaking going to be a lot weaker than omega clone stuff like Assault Frigates. And the thing is, when you're an alpha clone, you would want to have something that's a bit cheap and quite reliable. And I found that the previous Dragoon I was using the previous years, I had this Hunt Dragoon fit, and it wasn't turning out too good, or some people said that it was not turning out too good, they've died in it, and I want to try to improve the fit and see if I can find what their optimal resist profile, because last time I saw that there was a lot of thermal, but then I see now that I've been fighting against the Guristas, there was a lot of kinetic, but to be honest I think it might be a little just varying a little bit of everything, but we'll see. And another thing I wanted to test also was this problem with the Hunt keycards, because before we were having an issue where they were to consume both keycards upon activation of the gate. And I don't know if it was because I clicked the acceleration gate multiple times, because some people were saying in the comments that okay, when you activate the gate more than once, like just click it just to make sure, then it will consume multiple keys. And then I think some people also said something that if you have them in different, like if you stack them, then it also causes an issue. So I'm going to try without stacking it, see if it's going to be alright, and I'm only going to click one time in the acceleration gate to see if it goes well that way. But we've been adding so much ISK, I was thinking maybe of doing this event site on the T0 to T6 Abyss series, because I mean we would be able to get like a Zealot or really good stuff straight away almost, because I mean I've got C3-X, Gecko Blueprint, a lot of stuff I've got very quickly from doing this event, so we would easily be able to get the Zealot. But on the other hand, I'm thinking it might be a little bit cheating maybe, because it will not really reflect too much of doing the Abyss. And I mean, you can't always rely on events being there if you want to be able to go to the high tier Abyss. So I would really recommend, if you were to do something like that, say you were to do like this T0 to T6 Abyss series, or you were trying to imitate me, definitely try using your Retribution, or try to fit it in a certain way that it'll be able to get the sights done. And I think it can. The beam laser Retribution that I have been using should be able to get it done. I'm not 100% sure, I have not tested it, but it should be able to do it. And I would definitely recommend you doing that instead of Abyss, because the thing is, these events compared to low tier Abyss just blow low tier Abyss out of the water. At least this event that does, at least because of the really good loot that I've been getting. And I think it also would be a nice variation from normal Abyss running. Okay, exploration combat anomalies, but we could test that out next. See if how the Abyss Retribution fares against these sites. See now, don't see any sites here. Let's see. We can go to Europe, because this area of Kaldari Highsec tends to be a little bit on the quieter side. The T2 Abyss Retribution has actually got more tank than this one right here, but it has not got the ability to use a reactive armor hardener. So the reactive armor hardener could perhaps play a big role if you were to get a particular resist profile incoming. But overall, Omni tank, the T2 Abyss Retribution with like beam lasers, it has better tank. I can show you right here, this one, because there's two armor pairs instead of one. And then there's another thing, is that its cap stability is not as good, so it'll run out of cap a bit quicker. So could be said that maybe it would not be the best idea to bring this. So may as well just use one and then just put like another resist module here, but then again the fitting is a bit weird there. Okay, let's look on the agency scanner. Guristas, lots of Guristas, but no Guristas Hunt outposts, unfortunately. Let's continue on the way to Halaima. And I mean, you don't even need to have, I don't feel like you need to have an MWD with this fit as well. So to improve capacitor on this, the T2 fitted Retribution we got over here, could maybe just use like an afterburner, something like this, 1 MN, and then remove this one right here, because this can also cause some issues with the capacitor, or not so much, but a little bit. Let's just see if we can find any. No, nothing here. wonder if we can skip the ancillary current route. No, we can't. Oh, what about Nosferatu? Small energy Nosferatu, maybe? Oh, it would actually make it stable if we were able to get it to fit. Barely can fit with this one right here, but it would be almost cap stable, so that would be quite cool. So, could use an afterburner, actually. Might even try using an afterburner with this fit, because it would maybe enable us to not slingshot out of range of the bosses. Nothing nearby. Nothing in Waira either. I think Turianas tends to also have stuff. Go this way instead. I checked the resist profiles, like the shield resist profiles on the NPCs on this website called eReference, and it seems like pretty much all the Guristas NPCs have low EM resist in their shields, and that is very favorable for Amarian ships like the Retribution, because the Guristas have the most amount of tank or HP in their shields, and having the EM resist being the lowest one means it's optimal to target that. Oof, look at that. Look at all these gankers right here. Oh. Seems like someone must have been recently popped. Oh, Guristas Hunt, I was in Capitanen. Could be also cool to test out a Kikimora as well. I was thinking maybe a Drauga. Draugas are cool. They are quite expensive though. I mean, look at that price here of one destroyer. Is a pretty beastly price. Guristas Hunt outpost, let's go. These would just smoke the size, and it just would be overall better to go with the Kikimora, because I think the Drauga has more max pull up DPS, if I'm not mistaken. But this is so much cheaper, like 1/10 of the price. So I mean, look at that. Entropic Disintegrator. Hey, 17 million for Tech 2. I didn't realize it was actually that expensive. Armor repair, and you could also like the dual reps, maybe even one rep. And you could put a few rigs here to improve the tank. I think it'll be alright. Kikimora, oh, not Kikimoras. The Retribution right here has its big nemesis, the Kikimora. Oh, are they? Is a hawk? It must be a hawk. No, is this hawk very close? Ah, he must be inside. I don't want to waste my key on this one, and then that guy is already there. Yeah, let's not go for this one because I think there's a hawk in there. Then it'll be just a waste to use our key. And let's see now. Yeah, it's gone even from the core or probe scanner, so it must be that the hawk over here has actually taken care of the boss. See that big star over there? I think it's Sakenta, or one of the very proximal or one of the very close Triglamian systems that have been taken over. Must be this one, right? Oh, Sender. Yeah, Sender. It must be that one. Sakenta is over here. Oh, Turianus has got one. And perfect. We've got this Kikimora. Kikimoras everywhere. Kikimoras online is what it should be called. No, that's joking. Okay, let's see now. Is there anything we can have that could beat the Kikimora? We need to have something that can beat the Kikimora. I mean, the Retribution should be able to beat the Kikimora if it's able to get in close really fast, because the Kikimora will have low default DPS. The issue is you want to have like DPS that's going to be doing damage all the time. So I'm wondering what would be a very good high DPS ship that'll be able to do a lot of damage all the time. Some destroyer maybe. I wonder what kind of destroyer we have. Maybe Ares. This is the interdiction, Tech 2 interdiction creature, and we could have a light neutron. Light neutron blaster maybe. Kikimora is here, as per usual. Void 558 DPS. That's really bad range though. It would have 5 MN, and then a web to catch stuff, and then we'd have magnetic field, and then tracking enhancer maybe, and then a small armor repair. Oh, we're getting an attack now. This would be quite cool. Let's try. We should try this. This would be quite cool. The capacity is really bad though. Okay, let's go. We don't want to lock that guy up. Activate reactive armor hardener. Let's keep an eye on the resist profile right here. You can just take a look at these guys. Thermal. EM. Yeah, it's a little bit of everything basically. EM. Where's EM? All these kestrels are EM. So yeah, it is everything, all damage types. Because I was before seeing a lot of kinetic. Now we're seeing a lot of the EM damage. Basically everything. Claim rewards. I hated that we have to claim these rewards manually. I always forget about it. They should make it so that it just does it automatically. It used to be that it did it automatically, but they just changed it. Maybe they changed it because of bots, but I mean, if bots were able to do botting these sites, then I definitely think they'll be able to bot clicking that thing over there. It's just making it worse for normal players. Where's this Kikimora? We're going to go for the Jackdaw. We're going to skip this mini boss right here and go straight for the Jackdaw, which is this one, because this one's always better. Or at least it seems to have been so far always better. I'm being scorched now because they seem to be quite far away, these NPCs. We can just align like this so we can just warp straight away. Or maybe not, because we're going to go out of range of the NPCs if we do that. There they are. Hunt Caracal. What is the reactive armor hardener got? A lot of kinetic now. I think it might mix damage types, but mostly kinetic, because I do often get the kinetic at max, but a few of these small ships, like the Kestrels, for example, seem to be EM damage. This guy does EM as well, the Caracal as well. So keep an eye on these keys right here, see what happens. Oh look, now he's getting closer. I think the Guristas automated thing will come in now. Oh, it's not coming yet. The boss is like Guristas automated something. I think it's like a drone or something in lore. It feels like such a waste using Scorch all the time, but Scorch has got decent damage at range, and we're actually able to hit. I feel like it'll be so annoying to have to just run around like a headless chicken, just following them with Scorch or Conflag. I mean, now the boss has to spawn in. Oh, we've got a lot of these NPCs over like or outcompeted this Kikimora. Okay, he's all the way over there. This guy is gonna go in for him, I think. We can align here. We can just align here, so to the gate. Then we can warp straight away. So we just click once. Once. Yeah, okay, now use one key. So now we're gonna have to overheat this. Jackie. Let's get in close. Let's get in close. Yeah, we don't need to overheat this. No point overheating it. What DPS does... What damage type does he do? A lot of kinetic, I think. Can check here. He does kinetic and explosive and... Ooh, mixed damage type. Explosive and thermal. So yeah, it's very good to go for every single resist profile here. It seems to be everything if you want to get some good resist profiles going on. See here, Overseer personal effects, 9 million. So it's not crazy ISK, but it's still decent. I mean, we got a somewhat decent amount of ISK right there in a short amount of time. Turboretri, repair everything. Let's go find some more sites. But that Ares would be fun, actually. The problem is the range. The range is the big issue. We're gonna have a light missile launcher as well, actually. Let's see if we can find some sites here on the local scanning. Okay, we can't. So we'll go to maybe the Citadel region, which is a region next to the Forge, which is the big region of the Kaldari, or the Jita. Oh, there's another one spawning right here. But yeah, we could use railgun. What about railgun? Wouldn't that be fun? Railgun. Spike 250. Oh wait, Spike is the low DPS. And Javelin is the short range high DPS one. Kaldari Navy antimatter. 19 kilometers range is decent, but it's not going to be super reliable. The light neutron blaster looks pretty fun though. 800 DPS light neutron blaster. The tank is not that great. We have got pretty good natural resists though. Let's hunt these small frigates. Go here to the gate. I think it could be either that you have them stacked or you just press once. I think for safety I'll just always go with it like with a split stack, just to make sure that it doesn't glitch out, because these hunt keys have always been glitchy. I remember last year it was the same issue where they're a bit glitchy. Oh, got some people who have gone yellow suddenly. Some criminal activity has been going on. I guess considering the varying damage types, that's also a reason why you should have the reactive armor hardener, because sometimes you get some damage type, then you get suddenly a different one. It'd be very favorable to have the reactive armor hardener to adapt over time. And something I'm thinking as well is that since the boss NPC is just like a fixed distance, what is he, 30 kilometers, and he gets in range very close. You always, like, he's there and you just lock him up and you start shooting. It's not like you have to wait for anything, or you have to particularly spend a lot of time getting in range. So I'm thinking it could maybe be an idea to go with a ship that's like got a lot of alpha that just tries to almost one-shot him straight away, but I think it could be a little bit unreliable, because I mean, if you've got a good alpha, you probably won't have a lot of DPS, and if you're not able to like almost one-shot him, then I think it might be a little bit of a waste. And then also, if you've got a very good alpha ship, it might not be the like an alpha damage ship. It might be not the best for all these small little frigates right here. All these small frigates, these ones will take a lot of time to get through. Could be an idea to actually split these, to be honest, because it's just doing so much damage to them. Something like this. So you have them, you to press shift and just drag them like that to split them, like I did right there. Scorch and Conflag. Splitting them up like this, wrecking them really hard. Yeah, it's so smooth when you use these two split up like this, at least on the little frigates. Might not be the case when they're a little bit further away and you have to switch ammunition. The unfortunate thing of having like multiple groups like this is that when you want to switch ammo types, you have to like click double the amount of times, or how many more times of groups you've got. So it could be a good thing to have one type of group if you're switching ammunition types a lot. I noticed this in Triglavian hunting when I'm using a paladin that I could use the multiple groups, but it's just that when I switch ammunition types so often, like I do in Triglavian hunting, I just prefer to have one. A lot less clicking that way. Even if it's maybe a tiny bit less efficient. Guristas automated, where is he? Let's get this before anyone gets in here. Okay, we've got another... No, we didn't get another key card. We just got warp scramblers and overseer personal effects. Okay, let's get in here. Here we at least want a group. So where is he, this guy? Lock him up. And blast him to pieces. He's not particularly fast when he's like, up close, especially since we're getting webbed as well, so it really makes it so easy to take him out. It's not like the first automated guy who's swerveling around. He webs us, so we're not going to go so fast. And he slows down anyway when we get really close. So it's overall a pretty easy time with Jackdaw on the Retribution. Okay, open please. Oh, okay, 8.5 million and some boost over here. Can you please, Retribution, just go to the wreck? Is it so hard? Okay, open this. Okay. So it's not crazy loot we got this time. 8 million or 10 million per Jackdaw, but it's still something. Especially considering the price of the ship we're using, it's very good. 39 million ISK ship we got right here, and we've already almost earned back our entire ship's worth of loot. This is, though, considering you've got some of these key cards we've got, because the key cards allow us to go into the second room. It's not always so easy to get the key cards. You have to find them by like doing these D scans, and I very rarely find them. You find them planets, I believe, is of a common place, but I'm not particularly good at finding them either, so it's not the easiest thing to come by. But when you do them and you get good loot, it's quite worth it, especially in small ships like we've got right now. That's enough for now. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.